All right, guys, what is up? This is the grand finals of the Poxnora tournament. We have Drache up here in the top left-hand corner playing KF to start out with, and here in the bottom right we have Hero Z7777.
Hi guys, Mauro here. And we are waiting for Sok to join us if he can get rid of his baby. Not in a violent way, possibly.
What'd you say?
Because Sok just wrote that he has a crying baby on his lap, so he will join maybe later.
All right, cool. So Sokolov is coming then as well. And anyway, so first game to start out with a pretty weird map. This is not in the standard rotation at the moment, but I think it's actually still an okay map. Like, it's not too OP. It's very similar to the what's the other map we had like this with a mid font? The KF map, kind of, right? Where you have a middle font that you're fighting over, and then you have two kind of side fonts. Now here, your side fonts are a bit more protected because they have to like go through the middle.
I think
But there's still like yeah.
Most of the action will be in the middle.
Yeah, in the center. Ooh, okay. Starting with a fold breaker. Even though that thing is only 78 Nora, so that's very cheap for the stats it's bringing, right? 65 HP.
Might be some kind of construct PG. Wait, it's ISUD actually.
Oh, I can't see. Show me.
So Drache is playing KF. Should be something like Rangers or Rangers meta. And
yeah, I think he's playing Rangers because I saw him practicing, or he played against someone else with this deck, so I'm pretty positive the Rangers.
And Heroex kind of like to play some strange, weird split BGs. In semi-final against Karamazov, he played FW ST Frost Skeletons BG with Dark Rising and a lot of summon.
Oh, that's also really strong, yeah.
So it seems he enjoys to play that kind of BG.
Did he prepare it for Karma specifically?
Hey Sok. Welcome.
Was it like a scouting decision where Heroes decided
I think that Drache made some kind of scouting. But Heroex, I think, will try to get Drache prepared on his weird BGs. I don't think there will be too much counter BGs.
Alright, guys.
Plays different stuff just for the fun of it and not.
You don't see a lot of ISUD.
Alright, so I'm gonna switch rooms. I think I'm getting too much disconnect here. It's my internet is really bad.
So I think we are just me and you, Sok. Did you get rid of your baby?
Oh, she's on my laptop.
Okay. So it seems we got finally to the last match of the tournament. It took like 4 months. But we did it. And I was pretty sure we would see Karamazov in final instead of Heroex, but Hero got some pretty good matches and beat Karamazov and a lot of good players.
Reputation a little bit. I know that some people think he only plays ST, but he's clearly demonstrated through this process that
he's pretty good with everything he plays. He also beat Elfangan, that with a great surprise eliminated Tiny Dragon. That was pretty interesting. I was actually thinking I will see Tiny Dragon in this final.
Yeah, I think
mean, in the biggest tournament of the last couple years, I think we will see good old Tiny here, but he got if I understood correctly, he got a bit unprepared on the third match of his series against Elfangan. He didn't have a good third BG ready, and he played anyway with a bit subpar BG, and he paid that. So it seems that Heroex is playing some kind of Paladins UD. No, not Paladins, because Zedin is not a Paladin. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like typically considered fairly efficient.
Efficient melee units with UD bonus. And Rebuke and Conqueror.
Just against danger, but
Drache's BG seems a lot more standard but solid at the same time. He already has Spirit of Endurance that won him the third match against Bedrail in the semifinals. And he's got Devim with Adaptive, that is going to get pretty big. I think played this early.
I don't know how Heroex is going to get in on these guys on this map in particular.
Yeah, I don't know which kind of hard engage he has, and Drache can build up his phalanx and then mass teleport in and inhibit power or reclaim, and should have more impact on that one. It's not going to be sorry?
He doesn't have the he doesn't have the range attack on Fault Breaker either. I mean, he has throw border, but not.
Yeah, he has throw border, but it's not enough. Also, KF has a lot of cleans, so shouldn't be that much of a problem into the O-stroke.
If he had the other, then to at least split up his forces a little more.
So he plays IS banner, so probably most of his units are IS units. So he should be running UD spell set probably. So maybe he wants to get his strong IS units with some UD, like the what is it called, the Marco Shell, or things like that, to have really high stats. But he's missing some range in this match, so if he doesn't,
he's gonna be taking a lot of damage before he gets in there. So
yeah.
things, then champions are very tanky though.
That's absolutely true, but the Drache's KF phalanx also can get pretty tanky with time. He can get a Spirit of Endurance, then he can take out the Nectar Fairy for Shroud, and the Elven Strategist for Battle Master, and then he has a pretty good Death Star.
At least the limb is attack fire and not magical.
That's true. He doesn't run that much magic damage, magic attack. I think he has the Aurora, the Ranger. Aurora, what is it called? I always forget. The Aurora guy. And probably one Angel for cleansing Aura. if
I mean,
he's
of course,
playing more
heroes wouldn't have.
rangers than meta, probably he's not even running the angel. And in ranger, he doesn't have much magic damage. He sure runs at least one, but probably 2 green beans. So
Turn.
let's see
Damage.
what Heroex finds out.
He can't get in. Well, he
I
can get
don't,
one.
I don't think he wants to get in unless he has some really strong trick.
Doesn't. He's taking double tap again from the limb.
Unless he does something or has like Rattl's deflection or something.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
So Jesse's gonna back off then and let the boss there get in first.
He wants to go for contest? Probably.
This makes sense because
Yeah, he knows he cannot fight middle, so he will try to split the forces maybe. But then this is quite risky.
he's gonna force him to split the damage a bit so that he isn't taking damage on the unsedden only. If Sarah gets up there, that's gonna be painful, I think, for.
Yeah, also there's the Ranger Elite is already there. If he plays another initiative unit or something that gets in fast, could be quite hard for Heroex, but that Arrow Eater on bot side isn't going to be easy to get rid of for Drache, because he doesn't run that much strong melee champions. But also Drache's BGs are... Oh, Funfire. That's pretty good. Drache has a very solid gameplay. He's very solid in his plays, in his BGs. Not big tricks, not big surprises from his BGs, but they are very, very solid, and he plays very, very balanced. And
Yeah, I mean, if he's comfortable with it, then yeah.
also, he's very young. I think he's one of the younger players at the moment in Pox. Drache,
That's a brutal
he's
kill
like
right there.
in high school, so...
Oh, and he's gonna get the globe too.
Drache is like 19, I think, so he's a good promise for Poxnora.
Anything Heroes can do here to
I don't know what
finish
Heroes
this
can
push.
do. I really don't know what he can do. This seems a pretty good advantage for Drache.
Ended up being a very good play there on the previous turn.
Or Heroex try something...
Not pull that off with the arrow shot. So.
I don't know what he could have in this BG to get rid of this situation. But Zedin with Conqueror has pretty good stats with UD split.
Fire Ruby is going to be very hard for.
That's fire immunity, yeah. And he has to take there the Ranger Elite, but he doesn't want to, I think.
I can fight the boss there.
Yeah, he need to double tap the Fire Ruby with Ranger Elite. I think he's going to contest again the font with the Charmer. Can probably try to go on the kill on Zedin. With one tap by Delim, one tap by Spirit of Endurance, and one spell maybe he's gone.
Is a little bit that Zedin got moved up that way.
Well, strange choice. He's playing Drache is playing Corgi Ranger with Declare Hunter instead of Battle Leader. Most of the player would play with Battle Leader.
He does seem to be playing like this aggressive push style, which early damage.
Yeah, it's a lot more aggressive, and sure it's more aggressive, but Zedin is gone. Sure is more aggressive, but this PG is already late game, so maybe he wants more. Oh, and the Spirit of Endurance, Enduring Aura, mitigates damage from the Fire Ruby.
I'm assuming Heroes thought that the Ruby would keep him safe, but
It didn't.
so now he's down 2 champions.
He's down 2
Five
champions,
bosses.
and on the late game, I fear
Finally,
that
yeah.
Drache has a better plan on the late game. A better BG on the late game. But now he has to deal with this Iron Ward some way. And he cannot do anything with Delim or the Spirit of Endurance, so there's a Blue Fist. He really doesn't like range in this BG. So now probably what he's going to do. Fire Ruby still there. Arrow shot from Forger Ranger from Fire Ruby. Maybe if he has the Soothing Serenade on the Iron Ward. He had. So probably now he wants to charm with the Snake Charmer, the Fault Breaker. I think he also should have again the Summon Serpent now. And he had.
Yeah, this doesn't look very good now.
In Delim is Ostrax, so only 7 damage. Don't know if he's going to cleanse it. Doesn't seem so. But he cannot move away from there unless he puts in the Charmer. But I think he wants to deploy again now. Elvenbard. So he's playing Dealing with Purging Flames. So while we are in this slow phase of the game, what do you think of this tournament, Sok? We had some good players coming back. We had more than 40 players. Not everybody played, but we subscribed more than 40 players. I think it was a good opportunity for people that don't usually play that much to get a couple games. Even Yobanchi got a couple games. The Maka got some games. Drache came back for this tournament. And I think it was pretty. People who played quite enjoyed the formula of the faction only leagues. So now Heroex is moving quite aggressively. Probably he knows that if he stalls the game, he's going to lose because his BG is not made for late game.
See, not seeing a way for him to get out of this. Huh?
Really, I'm a bad player,
Is
so
this
I usually don't
physical,
see how
so-
he can do that. But yeah, unless he has some really good trick.
Turn, so he's gonna have for him.
But this BG from Heroex, it actually might have been some kind of counter BG. Maybe he was waiting another BG from Drache for the first match. Because he has physical protection and arrow eater. Okay. So first game is gone. I'll stop your